I've got a secret to tell you. I'm so tired of people using the same English idioms again and again. What do you mean it's raining cats and dogs? So in this video, you're going to learn 14 real phrases that people use talking about work. Sound good? Let's get started. Hello, I'm Francis from Last Minute English. Let's jump straight in with the first of those 14 real phrases that you hear at work. And number one is, don't quote me on that. So don't quote me on that is an informal way of saying, I'm not 100% sure about the information that I've just given you. So we use this in conversations when we think the information that we've given is right, but we're not totally sure. Like you might say, I think the meeting is at 3 p.m., but don't quote me on that. The second phrase is, the ball's in your court. The ball's in your court means it's someone else's turn to do something or make a decision. And it comes from tennis. It's literally, I've hit the ball and now it's on your side of the court, so you have to hit it back to me. So we're showing that the other person has the responsibility. For example, you might say, I've given you all the information you need, now the ball's in your court. And one little tip about pronouncing that, we take the word balls and in and we squash them together. And we make a z sound, so it's balls in, the ball's in your court. Now that's called connected speech, and it's one of the reasons that sometimes when people speak English very fast, it's hard to understand. Luckily, we have a video about how to understand fast English. You can find the link for that one just down here. Number three, it's not rocket science. So this basically means that something is not very, very difficult to do, like rocket science is very difficult. So we're saying it's not rocket science. It means it's quite easy to do. And we often use it in like a little bit of a sarcastic way, maybe a little bit humorous. For example, if you're in the office and you're trying to work the printing, you say, hey, how do I work this printer? And somebody comes over to you and they say, oh, come on, just follow the instructions. It's not rocket science. Number four is a very British phrase, stop faffing around. So faffing around means like wasting time, not being organized and not doing the thing that you should be doing. So if you say, stop faffing around, you're telling someone, come on, do the thing you're supposed to do. Be organized, take action. And we usually use this one to show that we're frustrated when someone's being very slow. We try to hurry them up. So you might say, we're leaving for lunch in 5 minutes, so stop faffing around and get ready. Now, if you're enjoying these phrases and you want to keep studying them, we have a PDF which has all of the phrases and it has some activities so you can practice knowing exactly when to use them and when not to use them. And that's available for free. The link is just here under the video. Phrase 5 is pick your brain. And pick your brain means you're asking someone for advice, for suggestions. So it's sort of like, imagine you've, this is going to be a little bit scary, you've taken someone's skull off. Skull is the bone in your head, and you go, ooh, yes, this one, good, yeah. Ooh, that's a useful piece of information. You're picking someone's brain. So you might say, I'm working on a new project. Do you mind if I pick your brain about some problems I'm having? And one thing that I, Francis, would like to pick your brains about is which other situations you want to learn real English phrases for. Remember, these ones today are all about work. But which other situations are you interested in speaking fluent English in? For example, it could be at the gym, in a restaurant, watching a movie. Whatever your idea is, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to make a video about it. Number 6 is bring someone up to speed. That means to give them the latest information so that they know the same as everybody else. And there's another little bonus phrase, let's call it 6B. If we don't give them all of the information, we are keeping that person in the dark. So we often use bring someone up to speed if they're new in our situation and we have to give them all of the information. For example, Sarah's just joined the team, so we have to bring her up to speed on the current project. Next is keep me posted. This means to let me know the latest updates if anything changes about a situation. In work, this could be a project, or if you're making a proposal and you want to get the latest information, you can say to the person, keep me posted. It's like, let me know what's happening. For example, I'm going to be out of the office this week. Please keep me posted on any new developments. The next one is, this has got legs. Now, it doesn't sound sounds more like an animal thing, right? It doesn't sound like a business thing, but it doesn't literally mean it has legs. I know these are arms, but it sort of looks like legs, doesn't it? It doesn't literally mean legs. It means that this idea, this project, this thing has got promise or potential. It could be good in the future. And we often use this if we're encouraging someone to continue developing an idea or continue working on a project. So you might say, your design for the new mobile app is really good. Keep going. This has definitely got legs. If you're enjoying this video and you want to learn more real English phrases and reach advanced level English, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Number 9 is spot on. And this means something is absolutely right. It's perfect. It's totally correct. And we think this phrase originally came from archery, like you would get right in the center spot. So it was spot on. And we usually use it now to praise someone, to say what they've done is very good or very accurate. For example, your prediction for our company profits this year was spot on. It means totally correct. Number 10 is bear something in mind. Now you might be thinking bear like a bear. It has nothing to do with the animal, even though the spelling is the same. Here, bear means like to carry something, and we're carrying an important piece of information in our mind. Basically, we're remembering it and thinking about it. For example, bear in mind that the deadline for the report is next Friday. So we're saying it's important information to remember. Or you could switch it around and say, the report is due on Friday. You should bear that in mind when you're making your plan. Number 11 is throw someone under the bus. This basically means you're blaming someone else for your own selfish reasons. Like maybe you made a mistake and you don't want to be punished, so you blame someone else. You throw that person under the bus. And what's the result if someone throws you under the bus? Very bad result. So it could be like the other person gets fired, or they miss the chance for a promotion because you blamed them. You threw them under the bus. So you could say, he threw his colleague under the bus to avoid getting into trouble with his boss. Or the opposite way, if you're saying we're all going to accept responsibility, you could say, I'm not going to throw John under the bus because we are all responsible for the mistake. Number 12 is without a shadow of a doubt. That means we're absolutely sure about something. Like we think that this thing is totally true. For example, if you're talking to someone about 5 different candidates for a new job, you might say, I think she's the best candidate for the job. And the other person wants to totally agree. They would say, oh, without a shadow of a doubt. It means I totally agree with you. And we have to look at the pronunciation here in shadow of a doubt. We don't say shadow of a doubt, we say shadow of a. Shadow of a. Sounds like a new word that I'm inventing, but it's not. Shadow of a. Shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Then number 13 is hit the ground running. And that means you start something new, but you start it very quickly and successfully, and you don't have any problems when you're starting. You can kind of imagine like you're jumping off a train, and you might think that you would hit the ground and fall over. But if you're very good, I guess, you could jump out and just keep running. That's hitting the ground running. So for example, profits are up 20%. The new sales team has really hit the ground running. So they didn't waste a lot of time getting used to the new things. They're immediately being successful. And then the last phrase for today is a blessing in disguise. That means something that seems really bad at first, but later we realize actually it was quite good. It had an unexpected good result. For example, you might say, losing my previous job was a blessing in disguise because it led to a much better career opportunity here. And that means that your old job, when you lost it, you thought, oh, that's so bad. But actually the final result was you found a better job. So that's the last of our 14 phrases. Remember, if you want to learn other phrases about different situations, let me know which places or situations in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe as well so you don't miss our future videos. And we have our free PDF with all of today's phrases and those activities so you can practice by yourself. The link is down here, totally for free. Make sure you check that out. Remember as well to watch the video about how to understand fast English. Some really good tips there. The link is up here. I'm Francis from Last Minute English. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.